only a stone throw away from my home base, lies a little Viking village. To honor and remind the Norwegian society of our forefathers, which paved the way for the world we know today. Much of their exploring were done by using longships, and for that they had to rely on having strong, durable sails. I thought it was the perfect spot to start telling this story. Alright, so welcome back to a new video. Today I'm at Vikinggården on Avaldsnes. This is where it all started with the Vikings, so this is like the epicenter of the rise of the Viking era in Norway. Just right here. And it's beautiful. But we are not going to talk too much about Vikings today. We are going to talk about my new Raleigh Tasker sails and what a story it is. So me and Silje got invited by Sven, the CEO of Raleigh Tasker Sales in Phuket, Thailand, to come down and have a look at the factory and to spectate when my new sails got into production in the big factory over there. So let's see how that went, and let's jump on a plane to Phuket. See you soon. So off we went by plane. A rough takeoff with some turbulence marked the start of a 10,000 kilometer journey. Done in 14 hours all the way from Norway to Phuket in Thailand. I have never traveled this far, and to see the other side of our world from a bird's eye view in real life was incredible. Eventually we were there. Ready, Silje? Raleigh Tasker factory on our way. Driver is waiting for us. Very excited, we hopped on the ride taking us to the factory locations. Okay, so that's us ready to enter the huge Raleigh Tasker factory, and we're ready to check out my new sails now, so let's go in and see what is going on in there.
Exciting!
And Silje is with me.
Yeah, and it's hot.
Really hot. But before we enter this huge sail producing factory, let's take a look at the sponsor of this video, NordVPN. Traveling to Thailand puts me far away from home. While underway, I might connect to an open Wi-Fi router at the airport. To be secure online, I activate NordVPN, which instantly hides my IP address and keeps me virtually invisible for any intruders. You never know where they are. Maybe they're hiding in the crowd somewhere around you. When we reached our hotel in Phuket, we discovered that our favorite Norwegian show was not available in this location. Again, NordVPN helped us out by letting us switch to a server back in Norway, and our show was back online for us to enjoy. NordVPN has served me for several years sailing around the cold northern oceans and has provided me the fastest and best online security on the market. So head over to nordvpn.com/Erik and get 4 months extra on a 2-year plan. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. Now join us as we enter one of the largest sail lofts in the world. This is the Raleigh Tasker Sales Factory in Phuket. It was built in 2006 and consists of one big floor measuring impressive 50 times 120 meters, covering together over 9,000 square meters. It's designed very smart and simple, where sail production starts in one end. From there, the sails gets built step by step, running through all the different stations, until the finished product gets packed and ready for shipping in the other end. And it is all existing because of one man's extraordinary passion for sailing, the well-known Australian sailor Raleigh Tasker. So let me tell you my story of how my new sails got produced, shipped, installed and tested back in Norway. And somewhere along the way, we also might reach a sightseeing exploring the nature of Phuket. But first, let's meet Sven, the CEO of Raleigh Tasker Sales. Okay, so we are finally in the huge Raleigh Tasker factory in Phuket, Thailand. Me and Silje just arrived, and we just met up with Sven, the CEO of this amazing factory. And thank you for having us, Sven.
Thank you, it's my pleasure to have us here. So, yeah, you are inside world's largest custom-built sail loft from Raleigh Tasker Sales. Our vision is to build cruising sails, so that's exactly what we are doing.
I've used them for quite a lot of time now, and I'm so curious about how you make these sails from start to production. So let's go and check it out.
Yes, I'm happy to show you all steps from laser cutting up to all the floor process up to hand finishing. So you know on the water where your sails come from.
And I've been using Raleigh Tasker sails for about 12 years now, I think, and I love them.
Yeah, Raleigh Tasker sails brand was founded in 1949 in Australia by Raleigh himself. We have produced 2.3 million sails and shipped them worldwide.
Wow.
So we focus on cruising sails and quality cruising sails made to best priced to quality ratio. My passion is sailing, so it was from Raleigh. So Raleigh trained me. I worked together with Raleigh, and he trained me how to succeed the company, and he showed me how to run the business and to follow up the company. And sailing is my passion, it's your passion, it was Raleigh's passion. Raleigh said once to me, Sven, it was never my business, it was always my hobby. That was Raleigh's wording about it, and that's nice. what we do. So we make great sails here, let's show you around.
Yeah, I cannot wait. Let's go.
Okay, let's go.
I was flabbergasted traveling to the other side of the world to see my precious sails getting into production. Let's see how it's all done. All right, so let me tell you about how a sail is made, or how my sails are made in this Raleigh Tasker factory. It's huge. But the first thing we do is to measure what we need which measurements we need for the sails. The order is coming in at this. This is the office where the girls sit and get the orders. And when the order is done, we move over to this department. This is where all the rolls with the sailcloth is lying. That's the new one.
That's the new one.
Let's put it into production.
Okay.
And then when we find the right size of the roll and the weight, they roll it out on this table, and the PC over there plots in what the laser cutter is going to make. And we get different panels cut out of the sail. So this process took 4 minutes, all of this table, everything. Then the panels of my tri-radial sail design gets aligned. First they tape them together, then they stitch them, and then they sew them together. So it's a job that you really need to be exact to get the right shape to the sail. So here you can see a nice woman sewing the panels together, the actual panel. And over here they sew on the details for the batten pockets and all the stuff that goes onto the sail after it's sewed together. Okay, so here they make all the patches for the corners of the sails that need to be really strong. And here's my mainsail in last sections of the production. And it's soon to be ready, I think. They produce their own parts using molds together with advanced machinery. Even a boat chandlery is to be found in the factory, with all the bits and pieces you would ever need for sails and rigging. Machinery for producing all sorts and kinds of ropes and lines runs all day long, filling up buckets with the finished product ready to go. I was surprised to see there was also a rigging department for repairing all standing rigging with all the accessory needed. All right, we are getting to the end point of the sails there. This is ready, finished sails, ready for quality control. And after that, they will end up in each their box like this, ready to be shipped. And that's pretty much it, I think. That's it. Yes, that's it from the factory. And while my new sails are on their way to Norway, Sven sent us on a sightseeing trip, giving us an experience of our lifetime. You forgot something?
Yes, have to cover my knees.
Let's explore the culture and nature of Phuket.
This is a fashion show. Okay.
So now we are at Buddha, just behind us.
The big Buddha.
It's enormous. The big Buddha, or what the locals call Ming Mongkol Buddha, is literally sitting on top of Knackered Hill. It raises 45 meters above the ground, which provides him a great view over most of Phuket. It's enormous, and look at the views out here. This is our hotel about here, I think, isn't it? And that's all the boats, yachts, tourists coming from all over the world, and anchor as a stopping place for Phuket. Amazing. So now we are walking the stairs up to Buddha, and what an experience.
Wow.
Are you hot?
No, this is good.
It's not too bad.
There's a cool breeze.
Yeah. This is a very far way from our Norwegian Viking culture, and we felt very blessed to be a part of it for this brief moment. Would you like to sail here?
Yeah, I would actually.
This is not the North Sea.
No.
I can promise you that.
It's too hot for you. Sail here.
With the peace of Buddhism in mind, it was time to continue our little adventure. We were going to meet a person many sailors might know about that have passed through Phuket. Brent McInnes runs a bar called the Cruising Yacht Club here in Shillong, and had many stories to share during a little sit-down at the beach. Have a look around here.
Oh yeah, sure. You can spend a couple of years sailing around here. Mostly the high season is better. You know, the low season can be a bit unpredictable.
The Shillong Bay anchorage is a safe haven for sailors who need provisions or any boat services along their trip.
There's about 150 yachts out there.
Yeah.
This anchorage, Shillong Bay, is considered the safest natural anchorage in Southeast Asia.
Not only the anchorages are safe here, so is the community culture on land as well, Brent says.
The Thais are very honest people. You can leave your keys in the ignition, and all my boats have got the keys in the ignition. Have had for years.
Right. Later on, we also got to visit some of the more fashionable yacht clubs. All right, so we are here in the boat lagoon, having a stroll around these beautiful yachts around here. They are in another class than Tessie for sure, but it's nice to see boats on a different level for sure. As the evening fell on, we prepared for a more windy experience starting next morning. From the heat and moistness of Shillong, we needed to cool down. It was completely still, so we had to create some wind chill in our own special way. We were off to explore the beautiful archipelago of Phang Nga Bay. The National Park of Phang Nga Bay is more or less an open ocean area, filled with beautiful limestone cliffs with caves, collapsed cave systems, and many archaeological sites to be explored. And a great way to cover this vast bay is with a fast-going little boat.
We're going on a magical mystery tour.
So the sailor is now a kayaker?
Yes. On the propeller.
Yeah.
I was the sailor, but now I'm the propeller.
That's your muscles.
Slightly out of my comfort zone, I figured out how to paddle this inflatable canoe. For some reason, it got very heavy at the back. When we got the hang of it, some amazing lagoons and caves revealed along our path. It was time to get from paddling back to motoring again. We raced across the flat ocean of Phang Nga Bay to a very famous site. Maybe not exactly how we remember it from the movie. So there are But anyway,
James Bond Island. It's not as big as I thought it would be.
no. The adventure kept going, and our next stop was a magnificent piece of ancient engineering. This is the mysterious floating Muslim village, or Koh Phangan. The city has been sitting here for over 200 years, and 1,600 people lives here permanently today. So we just arrived at the floating city of Koh Phangan, and it's not actually floating, it's on stilts. It's huge, as you can see from above here. And the city has a school, a mosque, health center and lots of restaurants. Their main income sources are fishery and tourism. We moved on between these huge basalt cliffs. We heard there might be some deep, scary caves to be explored not far away from here. For the first time in my life, I was about to walk through a cave entirely made by nature. I've done this before. Inside this bay, there was one single entrance to a huge network of caves going way inside the mountains. Well inside, it quickly got pitch black, and we had to rely on a little flashlight on our phones to navigate. Big columns of basalt rock had developed over thousands of years, hanging down from the cave ceiling. Deep inside the tunnels, we started getting worried about finding the way back out. Imagine getting trapped in here with the flashlight slowly fading out.
It's a bit scary.
Eventually, beams of daylight occurred. We found the way out.
She survived.
After a long day of exploring, we needed a break and some much-longed cold beverage in the boiling heat. We managed to find another cave, which turned out to already be inhabited by some locals. Cheers.
Cheers.
Just enjoying a beer in a cave in Thailand. Nothing special. Monkeys running around. Another day at the office, I guess. Oh, thank you for the experience.
Yeah, it's been amazing.
Our Thailand experience was about to come to an end. But we had one more thing on the list. The mandatory ride with a proper longtail boat. Our destination was set to the little island of Koh Phangan, a 40-minute trip from Chalong. We anchored our cool-looking longtail boat and prepared to check out what was to be discovered under the waters and caves around this beautiful green-covered island. So there you have it in all its glory. A snorkel diving video on the NBJS channel. Once again here to relieve you from Bahamas snorkel diving. I guess some rules comes with exemptions. The world under the water is for sure mysterious. But the world above the surface sure also has some weird little creatures.
How did they manage to hang on to the wall like that?
I also found this little entertaining mermaid with a weird-looking diving mask imprint around her eyes. It was with a heavy heart we had to realize this adventure was finally coming to an end. And it was time to say our goodbyes to Sven back at the factory.
Okay, so I'm ready to get back to the cold old North Sea again now. It's November and it's 0 degrees back home and I can't wait.
Yeah.
How about you, Silje?
Oh, I can wait. I could be here another week. But thank you so much. And thank you, Sven, for the cool t-shirts we got. You should show them the design.
Yeah, there we go.
It's Raleigh Tusker's design. Okay, they're so cool.
It was great to have you with us.
Yeah.
Have a good trip back to Norway, and I'm so keen to see your videos and photos.
Yeah.
Stay tuned. Bye-bye.
Bye.
So let's head back to Norway and check out our new sails.
Doesn't fit.
A cold, snowy January afternoon. The big package with sails finally arrived Haugesund in Norway.
Buttons. Frozen.
I started the job taking down the old sails that has done a great job with thousands of North Atlantic miles on them. The Genoa got pulled down and carried onto the floating dock. I used the long floating dock to stretch out the sail and wrap it up to be stored. It was time to start installing the new sails. The crispy new Genoa, made up of a super strong hybrid combination of Dyneema and polyester, fitted perfectly onto the forestay.
That looks so cool with the orange sun cover. Wow. And then there's the mainsail. Let's go.
The wind picked up from north, bringing a blister to put a challenge to the heavy job.
It's getting too windy and too dark to work, so I'm gonna take it next week. Alright, so today it's mainsail day. It's a little bit windy in the harbor, but we're gonna try to figure it out. Wow.
I lifted the big roll and tucked it into the lazy bag. The sail roll was stretched out along the boom. The heavily tightened batten roll got released. Just be careful with that last cable tie. The full-length batten was cut to the right length of the first of 5 batten pockets in the mainsail.
I've now fastened the top here and the second one, and this is the batten, and the reason they use these kinds of steel in between is because the batten will be pushed against the mast. So if we use something like this, that will just bend and the sail will come all the way into the mast, and it's not pretty. So I needed to relocate my boat because it was too much wind, so now we're lying bow into the wind. Yes. Now we have to make the last batten. It's not easy to measure accurate with the sail that is moving in the wind. Kind of a freaking sketchy place at night.
Nightfall was well arrived as I was installing the last batten and my precision accuracy was getting a bit shaky.
It's all the way in, and it's a little too long. Alright, whatever. Let's fix it.
The mainsail is fitted with 3 reefs, with the reefing lines running through each their low friction ring for easier handling.
Okay, so I'm here with my son Martin, and we're going to check out what's in this beautiful box. That's a sail bag. Something must be inside the sail bag.
This is the sail bag.
I needed a new lazy bag, as the present one didn't fit the new sail stack.
Slight issue with the lazy bag here. The sail stack is so high so that it doesn't fit into the bag. We're gonna figure out something smart.
The smart solution was a new specially designed lazy bag to fit the new higher sail stack. The task was pretty straightforward: raising the mainsail, pulling off the old bag and slide on the new one. Easy peasy.
Okay, there we go.
The mainsail fell perfectly down on the boom, and the new bag seemed to be another perfect fit for the sail. Seeing all the pieces of this puzzle click together was a huge motivation for my next adventures. Now the last and most important task was left: to test my new reinforced battleship. A steady 70 knots breeze pushed us out towards the horizon. The signal orange colored details in the sails is now visible miles away to make other mariners aware of my position. The strength of the sails will make me feel safer when things are getting tough out there. And they can also deal with tighter trimming and adjusting without losing shape over time, as the hybrid material don't stretch. In other words, Tessie is far stronger than ever and ready for the big blue oceans.
So we're out sailing with the brand new Roller Tusker sails now. And what a great feeling to have something completely new and that strong on board Tessie, especially after the terrible incident some weeks ago. But here we are, ready for new battles. Jeez. And I love the new slider system that the sail is attached to, the mainsail. Slides straight up and down. And the orange bag looks so cool, so offshore. I'm so happy.
We continued across the sea to one of my favorite islands to get some peace in mind and to celebrate the new version of Tessie.
Okay, so let's see. We see the sail comes down now.
In a matter of a few seconds, the sail was down and we were ready to drop the anchor.
That's it.
Well sheltered from the weather, we found our spot on Røvær.
That was the new sails. Thank you so much, Roller Tusker. I'm so pleased that you helped me out with this and made it possible. And I can't wait to sail towards Greenland starting end of May. And I reckon to be up there mid-August. That's when the summertime is up in the Greenland coast. So I will see you in the next video. Then we're going to sail around Tortola in the Caribbean Ocean. Doing great there, sailor. Looks like people are having a good time.
Is that coming across? No.
Cheers.
This is so Caribbean. So Caribbean.
And that's a special one. That's another one than what I'm used to in the cold environments around here.
Erik's first Hobie Cat. What do you think?
It's amazing. So stay tuned. And also a big thanks to Trygg Forsikring, my insurance company covering Tessie for the help to repair her after the incident. Great service, very professional, and yeah, from the bottom of my heart, thank you.
Yes, thank you indeed. Just a reminder of my new videos crossing the North Sea winter time to the Viking Festival on Shetland. They will be uploaded mid-April. Do not miss out.
Fucking hell.
Check out my news and updates by following me on Facebook and Instagram. Huge thanks to all my fantastic patrons. You can join the community on patreon.com/Erik Aanderaa, or you can make a donation to my PayPal for support. Get your NBJS merchandise and check out my new design specially made for my 4th Greenland attempt. All links in the video description. If you want a burgee, write to me at post@nbjs.no. And as usual, subscribe to my channel, it's totally free. Leave a like and a comment to get some wind into my sails on my sailing channel. See you soon, Erik.